We live in a world full of life, so much so that we often don't notice the detailed intricacies around us. I bet you didn't notice this grenade I've been holding the whole time. And I didn't notice the pin was... The difference in a video game environment that feels dense and one that feels empty often comes down to minute details that a lot of players don't notice until further evaluation, as packing a space full of life often goes far beyond the characters that inhabit it. And instead of looking at those inhabitants, I want to look at the spaces themselves to see how developers bring them to life. So today, let's look at the elements that are used to create a living environment. Many say that the devil is often in the details, and by devil I obviously mean seasonal depression, and by details I obviously mean my entire body. One of the most surefire ways to create a video game world that envelops the player is to have an environment that reacts to them. This can be as simple as footprints in the snow or as complex as the brightness of the stars in the sky, the latter of which belongs to Red Dead Redemption 2, which is chock full of incredible environmental details, all which present a breathtaking landscape as corpses decompose, water splashes and mud tracks. It is such a cut above the rest that it almost feels counterproductive to mention others. Obviously, games like Far Cry and Crysis pushed forward this detail initially, but Red Dead has taken it to such a level that it feels unattainable at this point. It's almost best for an open world game to subvert it, like the recent Legend of Zelda games have, giving the power to the player so that they may control the way the environment reacts, but that's another topic for another day. And actually, that day's already come in this video. Go watch it or I'll cry. I'll do it. A video game environment is like a nice tasty sandwich. It's all about the pickles. And the video game equivalent to pickles is lighting. Well-implemented and crafted lighting can imbue almost any scene with life, and one genre that seems to have lighting down to a science is the isometric genre, and one of my favorite examples within that genre is Death's Door. Since each scene in Death's Door is taken from a fixed angle, the developer is able to place lights in a way perfectly suited to their creative desires. Because of this, Death's Door is a beautiful game, as clouds roll overhead obstructing the sun and creating movement on the floor, while lanterns and torches glow to illuminate their surroundings. The world is abound with this sense of life created by the light that warms each area. Another game that uses light to great effect in creating a sense of life is Stray. If you've seen Stray's art style, you know how much it is influenced by lighting. From glowing signs to dangling strings of bulbs, Stray's cute sense of bright color makes this robotic world feel human as those robots try to reinvigorate that long-lost sentience. But what about animated video games?
John, all video games are animated.
Sure. Then how did they get Peter Griffin in Fortnite?
Fair.
Breathing animation is one of my favorite ways that a game can bloom with color, and the game that brought this whole living environment to mind was Mario Wonder. I can't quite put it in words, but Wonder's world is pulsing with life in a way that so many 2D games don't. It's more than just the animations of Mario, as amazing as they may be. It's the trees shedding leaves as you brush past them. It's Goombas blowing sleep bubbles. It's every flower, every tree, and every pipe moving along to the beat of Mario's drum as you bound through the Flower Kingdom. All this said, as amazing as Mario Wonder's animation is, it holds no candle to that of Hollow Knight's. Hollow Knight's world is teeming with life, and a lot of that comes from small and, on the surface, unnoticeable animations. From glittering lights to dynamic foliage that falls when you cut through it with your nail, it bubbles and glows around you, making you feel a sense of wonder as you get lost in its world. Whenever I dive deep into Hollow Knight's caverns, I find myself immersed. While it can be cold and dark, it's designed in such a way to make this place feel beautifully reactive, and a lot of that is due to its excellent animation. It is important that a video game world envelops the player, and the environment that world presents itself in is one of the most determinant factors in that immersion. By designing a world with breathtaking animation, reactive environments, and beautiful lighting, a game can take us to places unknown and fill them with color. It is always a joy to be whisked away to these places, to lose yourself in their detail, and to immerse yourself in their life.